Hello, everyone. We are talking to Cecil Boy. He is a senior data analyst at AT&T. So, Cecil, welcome and thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks for
Brief introduction about.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. A brief introduction about Cecil. Cecil has 4 degrees. He has two bachelor's degrees and 2 master's degree. He has 2 bachelor's degrees in applied physics and electrical engineering, and he has 2 master's degrees, one in MBA, and he has a master's degrees in computer science from Georgia Tech. He's also currently pursuing the data analytics degree from the University of Oklahoma. And I met Cecil in 2016 when I first joined AT&T. He was working as a RAN planner. During my stay at AT&T, Cecil was also my mentor. And then Cecil worked for Delta for a year, and then he came back to AT&T in 2018 as a data analyst. And currently he's working as a senior data analyst. And in the beginning, I was reluctant to programming, and I was just focusing on the RF part of work. And it was Cecil who motivated me and introduced me into the programming and the data analytics part. So I think it's only fair to interview him for this class and this assignment.
All right, man, cool.
So, Cecil, why did you choose data analytics, or what made you come into data analytics?
I think my first introduction came in 2007 when I was doing my MBA at UGA. And I had my professor, Dave Chatterjee, at that time. He brought in a guest speaker. I can't remember his name. And his whole speech was about the use of big data, terabytes of data being analytic. At that point in time, I had no clue what that technology was or exactly what he was talking about. But it seemed to be very interesting, like to say, wow, so you can get insights from these big data platforms, right? So later on, what you started to see around about 2012, 2013, you started to see AT&T start to delve into the big data market, right? Where they started to invest in big data, develop it out. And that's when I realized, like, you know what? If you don't sort of catch up or continue to develop your skill sets, you get left behind. So around about 2014 is when AT&T first got into the business of that master's of computer science, right?
Yes.
So I said, well, you know what, that would be my introduction. Let me work on coding. And then, I mean, it was a lot to deal with because, you know, I hadn't really programmed since 2001, you know, when I got out of school. So that's now 13, 14 years later, me going back into computer science. So, I mean, it was definitely challenging, but I think it was worth it because I realized that all the growth and opportunity would be on the software side, right? So it's not so much as a hardware being hardware specific, but an ability to use software to automate, to get insights, right? To do machine learning, because a lot of this stuff that we're dealing with now, that we find that if we do it repetitively, then it becomes more of what? It becomes a prime task for automation, right?
Yeah.
So if you can automate more, become more efficient in the things that you do, you can move forward in terms of your overall career and things of that nature. So when I first got into it, I was like, well, you know, I'll take it step by step. But as I took more and more classes and I became more familiar with Python, I became more familiar with R, became more familiar with SQL, I realized that this is definitely a great path to be on. And I mean, if you look at it on salary boards on a lot of these companies, just outside monetary standpoint, is that, you know, it really can turn out to be a fairly decent and sustaining field to be in. But you have to enjoy what you do, right? You have to enjoy concepts, sitting down, coding. I know in your introduction, I think your first program, you had a Python project to automate, right? You were automating data from 2 different spreadsheets. So that was your introduction to left joins and everything else. I don't know how much work you did in that realm, but I think that was a great introduction to you because now I think you're probably one of the top. You probably are the top guy for automation in the market, right?
I'm trying.
Yeah, and which is good because I'm proud to see that because that gives you your own little niche. You know, it gives you that ability to stand out from others, right? But now everybody else is trying to follow in your footsteps.
Yes.
So I mean, that's one of the things, man. So if I can help anybody with stuff like that, you know, I remember when you first came on, you were very bright, very sharp. But I told you, you know, don't follow what everybody else does, right?
Yeah.
Focus on was moving forward. What's the future? Where do you want to put yourself in the next 5 years?
Mm-hmm.
In the next 5 years, you got to have a big, and I mean a amazing understanding of data and data analytics, especially in the field that we're in, because you can render yourself obsolete.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. So Cecil, what different methods or skills or techniques of text analytics you use in daily work?
Actually, text analytics is still not as refined as I think. It's getting a lot better, right, in terms of the overall technology of it and the application of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm relatively, I'm about 1.5 years into it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because of course, my introduction to text analytics was actually in the same course that you're in, right? But when I started to see how useful and how like today, I was sitting here writing regular expressions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to pull out some data as I'm trying to clean the data, because what you find out in data analytics, and like anything else you do, right? The biggest part of your actual job and what you do is the pre-processing and the cleaning of the data, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where text analytics becomes so important, especially like since we're on the e-commerce side, we're directly involved in sales, right? Mm-hmm. The only way for us to know the customer feedback is to sit down there and read the customer survey, right?
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, I'm not going to sit here and read 1,000 surveys. 10,000 surveys. That's
Mm-hmm.
not going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So we need to get more of a sentiment analysis, and then one of the things, we're getting into actually development of a few things. So one of them is a word cloud. I don't know if you're familiar with word cloud.
No.
It's just basically going into like a different, like a survey, or pulling it into a data set, right? And pulling out the words that occur the most, minus the stop words. And you know what stop words are now because you were in class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And like, let's just say you're talking about, you're going through customer feedback and you're trying to figure out what words came the most that were related to this particular part of the business.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're talking about customer service, you may see that where you may get some stuff where it says poor customer service, or could not make a call, or they may be talking about your experience online, like in terms of your unable to reach a chat, or or usability, cannot find something on the site. So here it is, you can make a word cloud to tell you all the different things that come out, and that's all NLTK. That's all the natural language processing.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's very useful, especially on the business side of things,
mm-hmm.
when you're trying to find out what your customer thinks, what the problems are. And you'll find out that it's even more useful because you can go into Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Like for the RAM side of things, you can find out where all the biggest, some of your problems where you drop calls. Or I dropped a call AT&T, or it makes the AT&T sucks, or this is bad, or you can go ahead and find out this stuff by just pulling, like, scraping surface social media sites and things of that nature. And I think a lot of the value is in a lot of the comments fields.
Mm-hmm.
Even as when people make articles, and then you can scrape their comments and you can get meanings, you can get
mm-hmm.
words out of it. That really helps you to become better at what you do. I know for like some of the stuff that you do, I don't think that a lot of stuff you do is so much word based, because you don't really get direct customer feedback. But in the things that you do moving forward, it can be very helpful, right?
Mm-hmm.
In determining patterns and maybe numeric data, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely. So that's one of the things. I'm actually working on a project right now that if it comes out right, I'll patent the use of NLTK and vector and word vectorization.
Okay.
And developing certain predicting what customers are doing.
Okay.
That's one of the projects I'm working on right now.
Okay.
But definitely NLTK, natural language processing,
mm-hmm.
is a huge part of it.
Okay. In this class also we are using NLTK for a couple of projects.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And I know you guys have become a lot better because you've done it, right? I mean,
yeah.
I know you struggle sometimes at it, but I mean, through struggling, you become better.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Cecil, at AT&T during the data analysis process, do you use any software or does AT&T have any special software like they ask you to use during data analysis?
Well, here's the thing, right? You use the tools of the trade, right? Mm-hmm. So, of course, number one, you have to have Python, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to have Python. I mean, of course, that's your programming tool. It's really quick, flexible. There's also SQL, right? You need to have a background in SQL. So mm-hmm. that's why when I spoke to you guys the other day, that SQL class is really important, right? So mm-hmm. you get used to working in databases, pulling databases. As a matter of fact, I'm running into issues now where I need to learn Microsoft SQL Server to make sure I can upload data. Because a lot of times I tell somebody from the RAM perspective, you don't actually upload data to the database.
Yeah.
You do a pull, right? You're pulling
Yes.
and you're reacting to data. But now if I ask you to feed the data in the database, you probably wonder like, whoa, okay. Because that's those are skill sets that you're not necessarily used to having, but you probably should, right? Since you get used to working with large data sets, and then of course now you're going to get into eventually into more of a Hadoop, right? Map reduce clustering analysis and using cloud computing to reduce some of your outcomes because the data sets become so large, right?
Yeah.
But definitely, so I've mentioned, and of course R, right? So R and Python sort of go hand in hand. R is more stronger from a statistical analysis point of view. Maybe a little more cumbersome to use, but definitely a tool that you should have. And then there's a lot of different things that you have here that we use now. Is since we're on the e-commerce side, we use a lot of Adobe Analytics, which you didn't do Adobe Analytics, but what you guys did was the Google Analytics, right?
Yeah.
So doing heavy Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics, looking at reports, trying to figure out business, why big customers, coming and leaving the site, all these different types of information. The same stuff that you guys did in that advanced, that wasn't a text analyst, but it was in that, I think it was some kind of analyst course. I can't remember the name. But that same stuff comes back into play, right?
Okay.
So all of that stuff is extremely, extremely, extremely important. So definitely, Python, R, SQL, and then we're also, of course, data visualization comes into play. And that's where, I spend a lot of my time working in Tableau. And actually, that's one of the things I did. I created an advanced analysis tool in Tableau using some of the RAND principles and some of the project planning principles.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So, it's things of that nature. You sort of roll it all into one, right? But definitely, Tableau is your data visualization. There's also some data visualization packages in Python, right? There's Seaborn, there's a Matplotlib.
Yeah.
You start to get more into some cluster analysis and then machine learning, right? So I don't know how familiar you guys are with those different platforms, but you get that ability with R and Python, with the sklearn, TensorFlow analysis, and things of that nature. So it's definitely those are the tools that I try to focus on. Now, I will be honest with you. There's some things that I can also work on because there's SAS, right? There's a SAS platform, which is like an SQL-based platform that can also be used to analyze data. Business Objects is one of the tools we use to pull data. And you get into like Teradata or Nexus, so that's all SQL-based. So that's why it's a lot of SQL at its core. There's a lot of R, and then there's Python. So those three things, because even as you get into big data, usually big data is going to be a high base, right? Well, it could be high for the most part, which is a high SQL, which is a form of SQL. So those are the tools that I use a lot, right?
Okay.
And none of those tools, I guess, apart from Python, you guys really use a whole lot. You guys do use SQL.
Yes.
Pretty much that's the focus.
Okay.
And JavaScripting. So that's one of the things that I've also become better at is working in JavaScript and develop rich content with working on develop more content in this special tool, the special JavaScripting that evolves to DOM, which is called D3, which is really cool.
Okay.
It gives you an interactive data visualization look.
Awesome. Good to know. I have got another question for you. What misconception do people have about the data analytics field? Like they expect you to do something, and they be like, "Oh, I never expected a data analyst to do that," or something like that. Have you ever come across like things like that?
I think one of the things for the data analytics field is that you're using data. Most people think that data analytics is just, let's just look at data, right? The real benefit of data analytics is to use data to drive the business, right? That's really the focus on data analytics. Is how do you use data to make sense? It helps not even drive the business from increasing profit, but it can also be in cutting out waste, right? You can find out where there's wasteful things in the business, or why is there why is it that we're having so many calls about this one particular area, right? So it's good enough to get a report. Oh, here's where all the calls come from, right? But really, being a data analyst is digging down in the data and do the root cause analysis so you can understand what's the true meaning, what's the true cause of it, and then if you can predict it and understand it, you can fix it, right?
Yes.
So you're moving more so from, I want to say when data analytics, you're moving in the reporting field, you're moving more so, let's say it was a medical field, right? In terms of medical terms. So treatment, right? Reporting is really treatment, right? Because you're reporting based on what happened, right? You're treating the issue, right? And then eventually, once you start to get to live data and everything else, then you become reactive, right? You're still in sort of a treatment stage, but eventually, what you want to do is perform preventative maintenance, right?
Yes.
You want to perform preventative, and that's like the data analyst sort of format, right? Is that eventually you're going to be to the point where you can predict what happens and you can prevent it by putting these different measures in place. All right?
Yes.
So just as some of the stuff you're doing, like you're automating and you're finding out that here are the sites that have this type of utilization or usage or traffic, right? You're getting to the point where you can report that out and you can be proactive in moving that traffic before it becomes an issue where there's a block at the site. Yes. That's how you use data, right, to really make changes, right? So at the core of it is being used to data and manipulating data. Now, of course, it should also result in business goals, but you know, and one of the things about data analytics, you think that once you get into data analytics, you know definitely where you're going, right? A lot of times it's like walking in the dark, right? And you're just walking around a dark room, and then you're just looking for those nuggets or those pieces of light, of gleaming light, and then you follow those lights out of the room, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times you don't even know where you're going. It's exploratory data analysis. Sometimes you're like, hey, I don't understand. And once you realize it's not working the way you want, stop, change directions. Maybe there's something that you missed. So a lot of it is more exploratory in nature than it is like, I'm going to get you that definite answer going down that one path.
Okay. Awesome. So, this is a question because like I'm also entering the data analytics field, right? What do you suggest for a person like me, like fresh? I have no experience in data analytics, but coming into data analytics, and also where do you see like the data analytics field growing in the next 5 to 10 years?
I think that you're ready, even though you're fresh. You're doing the exact things that you need to do to get to that point, right? It's like, so you're going back, you're doing your master's, you're studying, you're learning new skill sets. So the thing is, you have to look at yourself from 2016 to now, right? What skill sets have you gathered, and how have those skill sets set you apart from others, right? And then realizing, and one of the things you need to realize is, even though you already started to separate from others, you realize that you're still far behind in terms of having all the skill sets for data analysts, right? But now that's what's the benefit of having the program at the University of Oklahoma, where you sit down in a classroom format and then you can sit down and work on these different skill sets. You can work on your Python, you can work on your R, you can work on your SQL, you can work on understanding meta-heuristics, you can work on understanding algorithms. All of these are really, really important skill sets to have. You work on C++, and you're working on it in a classroom-based environment, and then you can take that stuff and you can apply it to your real job as you've done already, right? So that's how you start down that path, right? I mean, versus just trying to jump in the field with no experience, and then you have to learn all that stuff on the fly. So while you have this time, you spend the time. A lot of it is self-learning, lifelong learning. You have to continue learning and developing those skill sets. So as AT&T offers those nano degrees in machine learning, like now that you know that you may need to work on machine learning concepts, you need to sort of embrace how do you do machine learning, how do you use the SK learning, things of that nature. That's the most important part, is to continue to work on development. And moving forward, this field will do nothing more but continue to develop, because now, it's going to move towards more of an AI perspective, right? Where you have those machine learning algorithms. Somebody needs to understand how that works, because that's how information security, everything else, moving more towards that direction. So I think that you're on the right track. I mean, a software data-based career.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Cecil. And I'm really excited to know more about the data analytics field and how like the trend for the next 5 to 10 years. As a new comer, like it is exciting to see like various opportunities to explore. And finally, I would like to thank you for your time, and
Mhm.
also thank Dr. Grant for providing me with this opportunity to interview you.
Oh, great, great. I mean, enjoy the class.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I will ask is that once you're done with it, try to sit down and try to apply it to your job and the things that you're doing, and
Mm-hmm.
continue because you'll find out that some of the stuff in there really is like regular expressions. Being able to open folders and automate scripts and everything else. Once you
Mm-hmm.
start doing those type of things, man, you just start taking up. I mean, the sky's the limit.
Oh,
I
oh.
mean, you're very sharp, dude. You learn your way. You
Mm-hmm.
learn fast, and you have a true love for like what you're doing. So once you have that, man,
Mm-hmm.
it's there's no telling how far you can go. In the next 4 to 5 years, you'll probably be senior data analytics guy, and versus somebody that waits 5 years and just work in Excel. Guess what? Come 2020, you'll be obsolete.
Yeah, yeah.
2022, it's gonna be tough. And I mean, it will be.
Mm-hmm.
It just will be, no
Yeah.
matter what.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Cecil, and
All right.
yeah, thank you so much for your time. Bye, bye.